This is one of those things we hardly ever stop and reflect on. You wrote the message a dozen times, deleted it just as many. Part of you wants closure. Part of you wants them back. But there's a version of this message that does neither. It just lets go. So, what makes the mind of someone who finally sends the final message to an avoidant ex so different from everyone else? Because the truth behind it changes everything you thought you knew about closure. Quick one. If you like content that breaks down real human behavior, follow for more. And if this hits, drop "seen" in the comments. Now let's get into it. But the reality is very different from what most people believe. Most people think the final message is about winning them back or proving a point. It's not. Psychologists who study attachment, like Amir Levine, point to something else entirely. The message isn't for them, it's for you. Here are 3 patterns that consistently show up in the final message to an avoidant ex. The first is no blame, no bait. It doesn't accuse. It doesn't guilt trip. It doesn't ask a question designed to get a reply. Avoidants respond to pressure by pulling further away. So the strongest messages remove all pressure completely. No hooks, no traps, just truth. The second is closure without conditions. It doesn't wait for them to agree. It doesn't need their validation to be real. It states how you feel and what you needed, then it stands on its own. Real closure isn't given by someone else. Research on emotional regulation shows it's something you generate internally, not something you receive. The third is the goodbye that asks for nothing back. No, let me know. No, I hope we can talk soon. Just an ending. This is the hardest part for most people, because part of you still wants a response. But the version that actually heals you is the one that doesn't wait for one. And maybe that changes the way you see people entirely. The final message was never really about them. It was about you finally putting something down you'd been carrying for too long. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had to send a message like this? I read every single one. See you in the next one.